Okay, today you're welcome to my YouTube channel, and I will advise you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the like button below, and make sure you turn on the notification bell for awesome videos. So today I'm going to be moving into the another element, because in the last element I was talking about the P element, the paragraph element. So now we are going to the other element. The meaning of an H, like this H1, the meaning means header 1. The meaning of the H means header 1, but it was shortened to H1 so that it can be better used by the users. So what are header used for? Header is just like when you're creating a topic, like you have to make what is expected to be at the beginning of the topic. That is what an header is used for, like writing the subject matter of what you want to explain on. For example, like when you want to create a website, let's assume you want to make the name of the website displayed big, like bold in the beginning of the web page. You use an header, and there are a lot of headers. For example, there's header 1, header 2, header 3 to header 6, but I'm going to be explaining the header 1 now. I'm going to be showing you an example on what the header 1 does now. So now this is the code, like this is the code of the header 1. You open your tag, put in the header 1, like H1, you close the tag, then you write what you want to write. So for me, I'm going to change this now to my website. I'm going to change it now to my website, and you see what it will bring out. So I'm just going to make bold my website page. So I've written that, and let's check the output. You see my website page. It gives it an header, like it gives it the boldness, and it will be like a subject of it, like it makes it looks very bold and very beautiful. Like it makes it looks like the subject matter of what you want to explain on. So like if you change it now, if I change it to a P, like if I change it to the paragraph, like the one I explained it before, if I change it to a paragraph, it will give you something like this. For example, let me show you. So if I press the P and I'll change this one also to P, you see it doesn't give me, look at, it doesn't give me the way I wrote it before. Like it doesn't give me how the subject matter. So let's just say H header 1 is just like um to make things bold, like the subject matter of what you want to do. Like for example, you're in a class and your teacher wants to write a topic on the board, and the teacher was like writing it in small letters, like writing it wasn't bold. You are just reading it like a normal text. No, it doesn't, it wouldn't look like a topic. So it won't look like a topic because it's actually written with small letters, and you can't really know that it's a topic. So it also applies to coding. Like coding it to be a subject matter, you have to use in the header tag, like the H1, like the H1, for it to um perform what you want to do, to make it looks like an header, so that your viewers of the website page will be able to understand that, okay, this is something that you want to do, like the subject matter of what you want to do. Like now see what they wrote. This is the output. So that's, let me now explain. The start tag that you used to write it is the H1, means header, and the element content, the content of the this thing was actually, we changed that one to my website page, but their one was learning HTML element, and this was the output, and it gave them like the header, what is expected to bring up. So now I'm going to go to the next this example of element. We have nested HTML element. There are some cases that an HTML element can contain one or more HTML elements for you to better understand it. So let's assume now I want to make um this thing. I want to make a topic, like I want to make it bold, and I also want it to I also want to make it an italic text. Like I want to make it write it in another way. You don't write it, maybe you write the H1 down, then you now write, no, you don't. You can nest it, like you can put a code into a code. For example, let me show you an example. So now I'm going to continue. Like, so now look at what I was saying. This was another element was pasted into another element. Like the P tag was on its own, then they now put in the italic. Like there are a lot of elements. Like the I tag is used for italic text. Like look at it, it makes it like it's not written in the normal form, but it's a little bit bent. Like it's a little bit bent from the normal italic text. They are mostly used for design. Like maybe you want to write something you want to write something, but you don't want to write it in the normal way. You use the italics text. You understand what I'm saying? So look at what they did. They put in the distance. For example, now let's assume I want to make this bold again. I will go ahead. I'll go ahead and put in the H1 tag. Let me show you. I put in the H1, then I close my tag, then I come here, then I open another tag. Sorry. I open another tag, then my close slash, then I put in the H1, then I close the tag again. Look at what it look at. You see what I'm saying? You can nest like up to 3 to 4 elements in just one, for just one text, like for just what you want to do. Look at what it did. Because I put the H1, it brought out the italicized text in a bold form, like in a subject matter. So what I'm trying to explain here is that you can also nest an element into another element. So now we are going to continue with the example. So there are a lot of elements, and there are some elements that don't need the closing. Like they are just one element. Like they are not really, they are elements, but the elements are not really like open and close. Like for example, P, you have to open it, and after you open it, you put what you want, you put the text in it, and after you put the text, you go back and close the tag. No, but all these they are called, there are some elements that don't do like that, and those elements are called empty elements. Empty elements are elements that do not have an element content and an end tag. Like it does not have, you don't put anything in an empty element. You don't put anything. Like there are lots, like the meta charest, the link, for the link, this thing, the image, for you to put an image, then the br for the breaking tag, and the hr for the horizontal break, and the input for like what, there are some inputs. So I'm going to explain that, but not now. I'm going to explain it in the next video. The best practice in HTML elements is to always put a forward slash sign before the greater than sign. So now I'm telling you about empty elements. Empty elements, like you don't need the closing tag and something you have to put inside, because it will actually give an error, but it won't be totally error, but the code might not really work like that. So in this way, they are closed at their start tags. Immediately you open it, you close it at the end. Like there are some things that are expected to be put inside, but there are things that they already existed. It's not that you are adding your own. Like there are things that already existed, and you don't need to close it at the end. Once you open it and you put what you're expected to put inside, you close it at once, because if you don't, it will somehow give you an error, because they are called empty element, and they are empty. Like they are elements that don't need this thing, that don't need any close tag and this thing that you have to put inside. In this way, they are closed at their start tag. So now I'm going to go to the next lesson and I'm going to continue with this with some topics. Like the next topic will be HTML attributes. So now let's go to the next topic. Now we are at the next topic. HTML attributes are used to add more information to an HTML element. Important thing to like by the time you are going, you understand the meaning of HTML attributes. HTML attributes are found in HTML tags. HTML attributes only appear as tags. It will never be on end tags. HTML elements can have multiple attributes. HTML attributes are composed of name, value, pairs. There are some attributes that can be used on all HTML elements. Though they may not have effect on some elements, they are called global attributes. An HTML attribute is composed of an attribute name, an equal sign, a value surrounded by quotation marks. Like, now we're going to continue. It looks like this attribute name equals value. So I said something about this thing in the former lesson that we just left out. I said something about an empty element. So let's just say the empty element and the attribute works together. Like in the empty element, you put the HTML attribute and it will give you this thing. So let's continue. You can also use this quotation marks depending on the situation ESP when the value contains double quotes. Like we only use double quotation mark throughout the entire tutorial.